Yo!
My arm wasn't ready. Like, it was ready, but I heard you go like, yeah, like yo, and then it's like you kind of like paused. So I thought you were like,
because I
never
said
mind.
it, and then I saw your arm go.
So I thought you were going like, oh, hold on.
You gotta get that. That's hilarious. Yo, welcome to Nerds of the Core podcast, episode 3030. Thank you so much. Look how far we've come. That's awesome. You know who? Wow, I just messed it up. No, wow. No. I want to keep that other one. It's hilarious. But of course, I have to mess up the intro like I do every week. I mess it up. How many times do I mess it up?
Pretty consistent.
Pretty consistently.
Well, not all the time.
Even though I have it down, because we are Nerds of the Core. This is episode 30, and we bring you the AMVs, the anime, the movies, and video game news that we've seen throughout the week, and bring it to your ears and bring it to your faces. Because I am your host, the one and only. And this is my host, Scorpion. And yes, Scorpion.
Yeah.
Yes. That I say I have it down. I just don't know why I mess it up every week.
Every time.
I just think about it. I just need to go for it.
Yeah.
So let's get it on. What's some anime? What do you got for me this week?
Cool. So I actually got a hefty amount, and it's kind of like a little bit of piggybacking off of last week.
Yeah, I got some stuff that kind of reiterates some stuff that we brought up last week.
So going off with the anime awards that went last week. So
yes, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards.
Crunchyroll Awards.
Yeah, Crunchyroll Awards.
So for starters, one of the things was Bleach, One Piece, My Hero Academia, Kaiju Number 8, and Delicious in Dungeon. Didn't win anything awards, like 0 major awards.
I can't believe that Delicious in Dungeon was nominated like 13 times and didn't get anything.
Yeah,
which is insane because that deserves one of those things.
Yeah,
like I think and One Piece too. One Piece didn't win anything except for German voice actor, and that was the only thing it won too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But like all of its nominations.
Yeah, because it was like any of the major nominations anyway. Like, none of them won anything.
Yeah,
that's insane. Yeah, because Bleach was on there too for
action, music, and a few more.
Yeah, it was something else.
And yeah, they didn't win anything either.
And then Solo Leveling won 9 awards.
9 out of their, like, I think 13 nominations, they won 9. Yeah. That is a crazy amount. Yeah. You know?
Insane.
Like, I could see maybe voice. I think we gave it to voice actor. I didn't go back and rewatch ours, but I think we gave voice actor. Then we gave it to him. I think
so.
Because he's great.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, everything else is like, I mean, if you've been following this podcast, you know how we feel about Solo Leveling. And apparently the rest of the world thinks the same thing.
Yep. It's so like Crunchyroll was more of a popularity contest.
Oh, yeah.
Because of I didn't write it down, but I did mention it to you a few days ago, where Frieren had won almost a Game of the Year, anime of the year at the like Japanese I forgot what event it was, but essentially someone was saying that it's their equivalent to the Oscars for anime. So Frieren did get anime of the year for them. Crunchyroll was more a popularity contest. Yeah, which of course it won.
Obviously. And like for me, one of my top topics are XQC. I don't know if you know that popular streamer.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. He also he said on stream that like Solo Leveling is trash. Like it's not good. And I've seen other like podcasts, clips, and things on Instagram, TikTok that Solo Leveling is. I mean, like what the era of anime we are in right now is just brain rot anime. So people only care about 2 things. And that's fighting and animation.
Yep.
Anything else is no. Nothing. People don't care about depth. People don't care about complexity in your characters. People don't care about story. Like it's just about fights and animation.
It's just like Frieren.
Yeah, and it's like that. No, I mean not just Frieren, Delicious in Dungeon. Like literally everybody else. Like, and we talked about it. How like every anime, other than Solo Leveling, had comedy, had depth, and had emotional notes. Every single one.
Yeah.
Every single one had that. And for me and my mom, it's like those are like the 3 things that like, and great fights. And it's like those are the things that give you over 10 out of 10.
So you gotta have a good balance of everything, because like obviously if it's an anime focused on comedy, it could have a few like action here and there, but it also depends on the genre too.
Exactly.
But you know, little bits pieces here and there to kind of keep the show balanced to what it is instead of it kind of derailing like Gintama, but Gintama works.
Yeah.
Because it's a comedy anime, so everything that it
And, like,
parodies is pretty funny.
And Delicious Dungeon starts, lighthearted and comedy,
And it's like,
and
oh, they're going on an
food,
adventure type
and
deal.
then once you get to the point where it flips on its head,
Yeah.
it's like whoa, and then it gets emotional, and then it gets depth, and it's like crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, and now you can't wait for
I
the next season.
I don't think there's been an announcement for that.
No, I don't think so. But it will happen. I mean,
But
there's
it will,
no way
yeah.
it doesn't.
And another thing, Demon Slayer had won Best Animation for 4 years in a row.
Does not surprise me. I mean, and that's one that's like, yes, the story is a little bit basic, and I give it that. I do say that a lot, but I can't denounce that it's like it won Best Animation for Crunchyroll.
Yep.
And I can't not vote for literally me saying this is one of the best things I've ever seen. And that's that last episode of that season.
Yeah.
That season, not that great. But that ending episode is literally where everything is. And I know you haven't seen it because you're a little far behind.
Yeah.
But that explosion is like no other. Like I've never seen an explosion like that before. And I have to be like, that is it. As much as like you've seen Free Ren, you've seen like impact frames, do crazy stuff.
Another one that kind of, you said that the explosion looks
yes
kind of real. It's like Broly in the movie.
Yes.
When the iceberg gets broken, it's like, did they film that?
Yeah.
Well, it looks real, but I doubt they blew a mountain. That'd be funny though. And then the other thing was, what's more? Attack on Titan was actually the first anime to win the Global Impact Award for
I kind of just see that as like they're trying to keep it like kind of in the know, I guess.
No, crazy. It's just,
it deserves it. I mean, Attack on Titan is one of the greater stories to ever be written for anime. The crazy anime, especially when they changed animation studios and
it was a little crazy.
That craziness.
It took me a minute to get used to it, honestly. But after a while, it's like, it works.
But yeah, Attack on Titan's definitely gone on its own like journey, not only via story but production wise too.
Yeah.
That's also crazy. It's like it definitely does deserve that award, But to be like re-released in theaters and then like that, trying to keep it alive, and then also like, I think we talked about the spin-offs kind of talked about. Like no, just leave it alone, don't touch.
So Japan had their music awards.
Oh.
And I wrote down like the two major things. Well, the third thing was like top new artist, which is the one I've been listening to right now.
Yeah.
Or before we started recording. That's the new breakout artist for this year. They had their first debut album in January, and I was like, I think it's Tuki is her name.
Okay.
But so far, really good songs. But song of the year was Bing Bang Bang Boom.
Really?
Yep, was song of the year
by Creepy
Nuts.
Creepy Nuts.
Yeah.
That's right. Wow, that one song of the year.
Yeah.
For a music award.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Like, I know we talked about that a while back. It's like how these songs are made sometimes by actual people, or like sung by actual people. And it's like in America we don't acknowledge that.
No.
Like Otto, Lisa, like all them, like they make actual music, not just intros.
Just anime,
but they do those intros, so it's like those songs should be considered in American like awards, but it's not. But then you see across seas, it's like obviously it is. I mean, we see concerts of like those bands playing those songs like in concert.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I was like, what?
Yeah, and so it's like awesome. And it's like congrats to Bing Bong Bing Bing Bang Bing Boom.
Boom.
Bing Bang Boom. But honestly, I prefer the Dandadan one more. They do sound a little bit similar, but the details in the song of Dandadans is like cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is not. I mean, it started it, so it's like I'm not one to not acknowledge greatness.
And then the other thing for the music award was the top global hit from Japan was "Idol" by YOASOBI, which is the one from Oshinoko. Yeah.
Oshinoko.
Nice. Apparently it was number one globally, and it's the first time that an anime song
was number one.
Yeah. And on
comes from
top
an
of that,
anime.
it recently actually just reached and surpassed 600 million views on YouTube, or streaming as well. I'm
Damn.
like, "Dang."
That's good.
Pretty
That's
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
Just showing how big anime is.
Acknowledge.
I always see people just being like, "Oh, that's for kids. It's just I'm not gonna watch cartoons. I'm an adult." Blah blah blah. It's like anime is some of the greatest writing
Yeah, and there's
ever. Yeah,
and I always love that they're like it's for kids. It's like, have you seen Corpse Party?
yeah.
Have you seen what is it?
I mean, Doki Doki Literature Club. I know it's not an anime,
An
but it's a
anime,
game.
but
But it's
yeah,
like that's one of them. The Corpse Party. I mean, well, you just said Corpse
yeah.
Party, but
Oh, man, there's another one.
are you into
Corpse
sports?
Princess.
There's basketball, soccer, hockey, boxing. It's like there are sports animes that really delve into the idea of sports.
Yeah.
Like, and actually delve into like actual methods and techniques like in those sports.
Yeah, it's not like just some random gump. Death Stranding. I don't know if we talked about it a while ago. It's getting a live action adaptation.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
being produced by A24.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that.
So on top of that, Hideo Kojima actually just recently announced that it's also going to be getting an anime.
I can see it more as an anime than I can live action.
And he said that it won't be like The Last of Us or the Super Mario Brothers movie, as in like it won't be a retelling. It'll be like
A
an
continuing story.
actual either continuation or the game. Boom to the anime.
Which would be
No
dope.
changes or anything. Which would be dope.
Yeah, I think
It's
so
like you already
too.
have the material. It's like you don't really need to change anything.
Like I feel like they can go even more crazier in an anime.
And that's the whole reason he was like having being able to do this game in different media and knowing Hideo Kojima, like his like the way his mind works, it's insane.
I mean, he has that USB. I don't know what happened to your mic,
I just
but
to go my
the idea of like Hideo Kojima being like, okay, this is for the masses. This is for the American masses because this live action is what most people will watch and will gravitate towards because they're not going to play the game.
No.
So here's this. And then for the other people who really want to get in depth or like see some crazy stuff, here's an anime and here's a continuing story for like a side character or maybe something else entirely. Like Troy Baker's character, I think it's Troy Baker. His character in Death Stranding, he like plays guitar.
Does he?
Yeah, or like it's some kind of electric guitar. I think it's in the trailer for the second one. And it's like wild. I'm like, you can do some crazy stuff with that in an anime.
Yeah.
You know, but the game itself, flip it over, it could be like a whole live action movie on its own. Game looks amazing, and the second one just as good.
Yeah.
So it's like there's only a little things you can do, but that's one of those things. It's like it looks so good the way it is now. Why live action when you can just make it's animated live action show? You know, you already used to the faces of famous actors, directors like Guillermo del Toro.
To give different actors, I guess, an opportunity.
I don't know.
Hideo Kojima also likes to just experiment a lot.
He does, and I totally am for
his
like creative.
So the last anime topic I have, it's pretty much the previous winners for Anime of the Year.
Okay.
So starting from 2017.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I would be like, if you gave me options, I could probably figure out who, but I'd not off the top of my head like number one.
So 2017 was Yuri on Ice.
Okay, cool. I have been very quiet about that one. I don't think. Is there more for that? I haven't heard anything.
I don't know actually.
That's been very quiet.
I think it had a movie coming out, and then it got delayed.
I think it had a show, like a live action show.
Did it?
Like a not a TV show, but like a
stage
show. There you go. I think I had a stage show.
Maybe. 2018, Made in Abyss.
Wow. Okay.
2019, Devilman Crybaby.
Yes, that's so good.
I need to watch it. 2020, Demon Slayer Season 1.
Okay. I mean, that obviously.
2021. Wait, did I say
2020?
2021 was Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay, not surprised.
2022 was Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 1.
What's stupid?
No.
In the sense, no, the whole Season 4, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, whatever. That's stupid. But yes, I understand.
2023 was Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Okay. We still need to finish that.
Yeah.
We started it. I think we got like 3 episodes in, and I think we were watching
you got more than I did, though.
I think we were watching it a little bit as it was coming out, and then it just got lost in the
shuffle.
The backlog.
And then 2024 last year was Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
Yes.
And those were all the past winners
for the
Crunchyroll Awards or anime for the Anime of the Year.
I mean, it's like you said, popularity. It's like whatever's up there. I'm surprised One Piece wasn't any of those winners.
Yeah, you want to know why?
Why? Because it's too
Because it's
long.
garbage.
'Cause it's
Nobody
too
watches
long.
that.
But something else I want to talk about, I did show you the trailer for it. New anime coming out to Netflix is K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yes.
First time you saw it,
Yeah.
first impressions, what'd you think?
Amazing.
Yeah,
I like the animation, the little snippets of the music. I'm already like, yo, I need this.
you need
I
the
gotta,
vinyl, you need
I need the soundtrack. I need to
soundtrack.
go. I need to check on. I need to check if that soundtrack's
Mhm.
out before the show comes out.
Yeah,
But
because you have these three pop stars, girls, pop stars, K-pop stars, and they are also demon hunters on the side.
mhm.
But then these demons end up creating a male
Boy
K-pop
band.
group, and then they are going head to head, not only from musically, but also like hunter-wise. They're demons, they're demon hunters.
Mhm.
They're trying to stop them. But it's like the music alone, I was like already into like men versus women in the sense of like K-pop group.
Mhm.
But seeing them fight is just like an added
Yeah.
whipped cream cherry on top. Like
Yeah, it
looks
looks really
great.
good.
Yeah.
Also, the whole when they were like going
The facial expressions,
yeah,
the
it's
facial
really
expressions
good.
are really good.
Mhm.
It's the animators from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse or
That's the,
Sony
it's the
Animation.
studio that brought you.
Yeah, so I
Spider-Man.
said like it's the studio, Sony
Mhm.
Animations. They're help working on it, and you can tell. Obviously, I saw the very first clip. I was like, oh, this looks like Spider-Man.
Mhm.
Like Sony, Netflix and Sony Animation. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then yeah, the facial expressions, the movement, like everything.
Yeah, it comes out in June.
June, yeah. So I'm just happy. I mean, we're about to hit June. It's already June, and I'm excited for this one coming out. You know, Netflix has been kind of killing it with the anime. I mean, I think we've been saying that for quite a long time. Another one, a classic cartoon coming to the world of anime, Tom and Jerry, Goku, or
Coming to YouTube.
coming to YouTube.
Yeah, it's not even on any streaming services.
No, so I'm assuming it's going to be free. Coming to WB Warner Brothers Kids YouTube channel. It's going to be short form. It's going to be like little episodes here and there. It's like how it used to be, you know.
Mhm.
One episode was sliced in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
You know, and I like that kids are going to see like Tom and Jerry. You know,
Yeah, but not Tom and Jerry.
not Tom and Jerry, but it is a cutesy chibi version of Tom and Jerry. You know,
Mhm.
they had the weird like, you know, like body morphing like thing. You know, stuff like that. You know, just and the dogs probably come into play. You know, that the little baby mouse and Tom and Jerry, obviously. Tom is a lot more shorter, but
Yeah, he's an actual cat.
yeah. You know, I don't think we're gonna bring in humans into this. I don't think so
Mm.
because they did kind of come through in the
Yeah, in a few
cartoon every
episodes.
once in a while. But what do you think about them going from American to Japanese look?
To kawaii in this form.
Mhm.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Adorable.
I can't wait for the plushies.
The plushies.
Yeah. Plush Central.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you looking at it, you definitely could be like, they're planning on selling this for
Yeah.
sure. But and to go into movie, because this is something that kind of like teeters on the, it is kind of live action anime, but it is television.
Mhm.
Kind of brought up to Super Sentai,
Yep.
right? So there was something called All Super Sentai Great Voting.
Mhm.
It was a program on NHK's of Great Voting. It's a 2-hour television program. Okay, and they celebrated Sentai's 50th anniversary.
Mhm.
So you know Super Sentai because you're a fan, clearly, of Power Rangers.
Yep.
Which is a one-off of Super Sentai.
Yeah. It's the Americanized version.
Yes. And viewers were able to vote on their favorite series, on their favorite character, and their favorite robot.
Megazords.
Yeah, Megazord. You know, it was called Sentai Robo. That's what they called
Oh, nice.
it. I didn't know any of the robots, so I wasn't going to show you that. But I am going to tell you the series, and I am going to tell you what characters got their things. Okay.
It's crazy.
And I'm going to ruin every single name, so bear with me. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. This is a lot. Okay. These are the series from 10 up. Okay. You have Himitsu Sentai Gorengu. 9 is Reja Sentai Togure. 8 is Zuden Sentai Kyoruger. Wow, no, this is gonna be hard. I won't be able to say all of these. Okay, but I did see the anime because not all of them. You told me that not all of the series have a counterpart.
Mhm.
but some of them do go away. So number 8 on that list was Power Rangers Dino Charge or Supercharge, whichever one. Because there was a Dino
Thunder?
Supercharge. It says Supercharge. It says Dino Charge.
This is the blue, the red, and the yellow, and the black.
You're
Ranger?
asking me? I don't know. You're my guy. You're supposed to know.
Yeah, but if that's the translated name, that's not gonna help me.
Well, that's number 8.
I could be
Number 7 is Power Rangers SPD.
Noise.
Number 3 is Power Rangers Samurai or Super Samurai.
Nice.
And then number 1, which clearly has a counterpart, is Power Rangers Super Mega Force.
Yeah, I just started watching that one. That was on Netflix.
Mhm.
It was pretty interesting because the Rangers that they picked, not only can they turn into like that current generation, but they can also transform into the past
It's little
generations.
toys, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and they stick them in, and they can
yeah.
just transform
it's
into
like Kamen Rider.
like whatever like skill they needed.
Not really. It was just whichever.
Just
I mean, essentially,
aesthetic.
yeah, essentially you could say that. But I'm like, do they really all have skills?
Yeah,
it's
right.
more of the person, but it whatever.
But yeah, those were the
Mhm.
series. And then I have pictures of the characters.
Mhm.
So I'm just can I say these characters? Kind of. I can kind of say them. Okay, I'm gonna say them and then I'm gonna show you the pictures. So 10 is Lupin Red, 9 is Patreon One Go, 8 is Goki Blue, 7 is Bun Red, 6 is Kyoro Red, 5 is Denka Master, 4 is Spider Kumonos, 3 is Don Momotaro, 2 is Gokai Red, and 1 is Shinken Red. Oh, look at that. I got it all. So those were the winners of both series and characters of the Super Sentai, which I think is dope that they acknowledge 50 years is crazy. And it's still going. Or
Yeah.
no, I know Super Sentai is the most like it's the most popular thing ever.
Mhm.
But is it American still going? I cannot remember.
I don't know if there's anything recent.
No, I don't think so either. I think it's kind of in a stalemate right now. And then to obviously piggyback on that, another thing that's like anime kind of tiptoeing on that is the One Piece season 2 special announcement that we just watched. Seeing them together again, like seeing I can't remember the actress's name. Nami, you kind of remember it? You used to know it.
Emily.
Okay, Emily. Seeing her as Nami again, I was like, man, I feel like it's been 2 or 3 years since the last time we saw this.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. And I'm so happy to see it again.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how far it's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know obviously we're gonna get Lois Town, we're gonna get Buggy again. You know, we're gonna get Smoker. You know, there's a bunch of actually no, it's going all the way up to
Chopper.
No, not just Chopper, but Alabasta, because we have the cast for Crocodile. I think it's gonna be John.
Oh yeah, I saw
Nagioni.
the actress for
Robin.
Robin.
Yeah, Robin's announced and
Talking.
Crocodile is announced. So I think we're gonna go pretty far in this season too.
Yeah, I saw her like I guess she was answering questions. And I was like, "Oh, what was your favorite scene to shoot?" And she was like, "Oh, it was a scene with me and Warple."
Yeah, Warple.
Is that Warple.
Warple. That's weird because she's not in that arc.
That's
interesting.
That's what she said.
They could be moved stuff around. I mean, honestly, Netflix and Oda being there, kind of watching things be done. I mean, anything he says and he lets go through, I'm pretty trustworthy about it.
Tell that to the other people.
And then in that special announcement, we saw the little feet just.
Yeah, for Trooper.
Yeah, Trooper. So that's awesome. I can't wait to see what he looks like, and obviously his other forms too, because that's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
To have a full CGI character alongside with that, we know of full CGI character alongside the team is going to be interesting.
Well, you say that, but the snails CGI.
What are you talking about? The snails are not CGI; those are like realistic looking snails.
No, you don't.
Crazy. Are you excited for season 2?
I'm excited. I've been excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been waiting.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
This is the one who needs to catch up on One Piece anyway.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
Until they come out with the Kai version of One Piece.
Okay.
Then I'll watch
it. Hey,
that.
it's apparently in the works of being like reanimated.
It was saying like, what's the first arc called?
First arc is East Blue.
East Blue. How many episodes do you know?
Ooh, not off the top of my head.
Because they were like, oh, it's literally half to like 20 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang, or something like that.
But to continue, something I played you today and you didn't care for was the King of the Hill revival series. Did you never watch King of the Hill?
Nope.
Never?
Nope.
Not once?
It was Adult Swim.
Or did you like see the intro and you were just like, eh?
No,
It's just...
Adult Swim. I didn't watch anything Adult Swim.
Oh, okay. Well,
Mhm.
I did, and I do like King of the Hill. It's funny, hilarious. I mean,
I make references to it, and or Pocket Sand, is that from there?
yeah, Pakistan.
I made a reference to it earlier at work, and I was like,
From Boomhauer.
"Who's that?"
Carrot 3 says it.
Oh,
No, that's not Boomhauer. Boomhauer is the guy that goes. That's Boomhauer. But anyway, yeah, I used to watch the show a lot more, but I don't really watch it anymore. But yes, the show's hilarious. I mean, they're in Ireland, which is like based off Garland, and like they have that water tower and things like that. It's like things that I see it and I kind of like just think this is a show that's like for my area because it's where I'm from, you know. And they like represent. I mean, propane, etc. Like there's so many funny jokes in it, and just to see this revival series and this intro of like so many things happening. Obviously, they go through their COVID era because they're all wearing masks and things change. This random other character who takes like Hank Hill's like house, I suppose, and he like stands in his spot, and like all these things are happening, and then Bobby getting way older, having a kid, things like that, and I think Boomhauer is with somebody in that like short clip. He like walks off with her. And it's like there's so many different things happening. I'm like, whoa, life is just like as a show should be like grow up with us or change with us alongside. It's just cool to see just like evolution of like time with that show and that intro. I was really super interested in it. I might end up watching it, you know, maybe a few times on here and there, you know, whatever, doing chores, background noise. But I'm excited for King of the Hill revival, you know.
yeah,
But
you and your wife.
yeah, no, I don't know about my wife,
Crazy.
but me for
Y'all
sure.
both like quoted like a bunch of stuff, and I was like, I
She
know what you're
does,
saying.
because she loves. That's my purse. She loves that. I don't know you. That's her favorite quote. But I'm excited for it, even though you might not. But the next topic I have is apparently we're still waiting on Rush Hour 4
Oh yeah, so did you see that interview?
for Jackie Chan.
Or they were asking a question. She's like,
So
Rush Hour
Rush Hour
4?
4, what's happening? And
He's
he's like, ask the
director,
actors,
yeah.
ask the writers, ask the producers, where is it? Because
like,
he
like,
said
me and Chris are gonna be
100 years old. Yeah, he said him and Chris Tucker will be 100 years old doing this movie. And I'm like, I thought we were already like set to
Yeah, because
go.
a while
time
ago, I
ago.
think it was Chris Tucker that said, "Oh, it's like we're down. We just waiting on a director." So it's like now it's like studio probably. Honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
They're like, we want you Rush Hour 4, but with Kool-Aid.
So it's making me think that if we do, they're gonna maybe pass the torch. Maybe.
Didn't they have a TV show? I thought they were coming in with a Rush Hour TV show.
Not that I know of. Not that I've heard anyway.
Like
but
this was years ago though.
Please, I want one more. Like it's so funny. I don't see movies like this anymore. I mean, yeah, you do get the buddy cop comedy duo like kind of thing.
It's really good.
But Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan just have this like chemistry dynamic that you just don't get anymore. You know?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
And then he says it again to him later when he thinks he's dead.
When?
Remember when Chris Tucker goes into a bathroom or he leaves, but Jackie thinks he went to the bathroom and then that building explodes?
Oh yeah,
like, Tucker, Tucker! And then he's on the boat interrogating someone, and Chris Tucker like pops out. He's like, who died? You. Who? You.
It's like Detective You.
Yeah,
no,
Detective You. No, you. It's like
so good.
And then my favorite thing. No other movie. I think a lot of movies should do it more. Is just play bloopers at the end of the movie credits.
So good.
That I would stay forever for just to watch
even
bloopers.
I think not during that time, but like maybe like Rush Hour 1 and 2, like Toy Story even. We had animated bloopers.
Animated bloopers
which
is
were
hilarious.
great.
At the end of Deadpool Wolverine, they did behind the scenes for like a bunch of the X-Men
yeah,
movies.
all the Fox
That
movies.
was cool.
That was really
that
cool.
was great. That was so cool.
Yeah. Because obviously back then I don't think I'd watched a lot of the behind the scenes. Only if I was like super bored and I was like.
Or we had the DVD because a lot of times that was the only time you could see them.
Yeah.
You know, so having them in theaters was definitely like a little tease of like, here's some bloopers for you. You know.
Well, even back then I didn't watch movies in theaters that much.
Oh, okay, I did.
Yeah.
But you know, more movies should do that. I love it. You know, so Rush Hour 4, give it to us. Please give us the movie. But even then, if we were to get the script now and everything like that, I mean, that's another like 3-5 years, maybe longer. You know, because to figure out everything. You know, so give or take. So it's still going to be a long time. You know, that sucks. So I don't think we're gonna get it. at this point.
Yeah, I know.
It sucks. I don't
Like
know.
restarting of franchises.
Mhm.
We've seen that happen a few times. Do you think at some point they'll do that for this one?
I do believe that Rush Hour is a series that could be rebooted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is very simple. It's not complicated. It can be a little racist.
Well, so that was the thing I was trying to also say because any other movie that has been revamped or restarted, whatever,
It's been woke.
has been well, not that, but well, I guess. But is there script changes or is it like a completely new story at that point?
I mean, it's a
Like,
new
can it
story.
still be like if they do Rush Hour 1, but it's completely different from
Hmm.
the original? Because at that point they can do something different
Yeah.
if they wanted to, instead of it being a remake
Hmm.
or a HD remastered would be because a remake would be ground up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, and like I said, my eyes is just like Rush Hour is one of those
mm-hmm.
series to do it. You know, simple. You need call your actor Lee, and then whatever other African American basic name, Jackson, Johnson, whatever, like just whatever, and then just have them go at it.
I
You
think.
you just need that connection. You need that relationship
Mm-hmm.
there. You know, like I mean, it was so funny. Like again, talking about the bloopers of like Carter getting
Yeah,
a
getting that
phone
phone
call,
call.
and he's like we're making a movie. You know,
You're wasting our film.
like you saw so many like at the beginning, you saw Jackie like kind of not feeling Tucker because of like he was late. He was like always changing scripts. He was doing things that like weren't a part of it. Where Jackie is like very to the script, very
Yeah.
like choreography based, very like not changing anything.
Yeah.
So like they butted heads, but then became friends. So you actually had this like real relationship on camera, like we see that, you know. So it's just you need to find that.
Yeah.
It might be hard to, but once you have that, then you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you can think, get a comedian, get an Asian comedian, put them together. You know, what if we had Rush Hour, but it's like Bobby, whatever his name is, Bobby, that one guy. You know,
Who?
Bobby. You don't know Bobby. I want to say Bobby Hill, but that's not his name. Bobby. You don't know Bobby? He was a podcaster. He's with that white guy.
Oh, the guy from that John Cena movie.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Well, yeah.
I forgot his name,
But
but I know who
I
you're talking about.
know
Yeah.
that Asian guy is named Bobby, and then the
Yeah.
black guy can be Kevin Hart. Like, what if you did that? That's not gonna be that good of a.
No. None of them can do action.
No, I don't. Oh, Kevin Hart could.
That's not a stunt double.
You're not wrong.
No.
But
Jackie Chan, no stunt double.
did Chris Tucker?
Chris Tucker, no stunt double.
Did he not?
Not for the scenes that he felt comfortable with, but I think there were some where
Bigger
like
ones?
yeah.
Because come on, rolling down that carpet thing.
Oh yeah, no.
There's
Well,
no way
that was Jackie sliding down it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were
Chris Tucker
both
was just
doing it.
like,
Yeah. There's no way that he did that. There's no way.
no, he did it.
No way.
He saw him. He was there.
Nah,
They didn't have deepfake back then.
okay. But it just sucks. You know, please, writers, directors, producers, give it to us now. But like that, like writing, it's like whole process alone.
Yeah, 3's probably my favorite.
I don't know. They're all kind of my favorites.
They're all great.
They all have their thing, and
I'd put 3 at the top for
and
me.
you can
'Cause
vouch
that's the
for
one I
me.
watch the most.
You can vouch for me. I still say that guy's not going to be in Rush Hour 3.
Yeah.
Like I still say that. I say that.
And that
all
was a
the
blooper
time.
too.
I say that all the time. In real life, I don't say it in like video games and movies. Like randomly, I'll just be like, that guy's not going to be in Rush Hour 3. I say it all the time. You can vouch for me. I say it. It's like I love Rush Hour.
The thing that cracks me up is like, Jackie, you okay? Jackie, always okay. So good.
And you own them all, right?
I have them all.
Yeah, you own them all.
I need to watch them again.
Yeah, we definitely do. And then my last one, my last movie topic I wanted to talk about is Chris Hemsworth. On his YouTube, he posted "Thank You, the Legacy of Thor," and it is a compilation of all Thor moments: Ragnarok, First One, Avengers, Dark World. You know, all his Ragnarok and Love and Thunder. All of it. The Legacy of Thor. In the description, he says this: "Playing Thor has been one of the greatest honors of my life. For the last 15 years, I've held Mjolnir and then Stormbreaker as the God of Thunder. But what made it truly special was sharing it with all of you. Your passion, your cheers, and your love for this character has meant everything to me. Thank you for making my journey through the Marvel Cinematic Universe unforgettable." Next up, Doomsday. That sounds like this boy's gonna die. That he makes it sound like he is going to die in Doomsday
Or he's just retiring.
from the
Thor,
character.
yeah.
But that means his character has to be gone.
Not necessarily.
You think the multiverse, they're just gonna recast Thor?
I mean, they can. Or they want to.
They're not doing that.
They're gonna do that.
No. I would rather him die. Loki's essentially dead.
No, he's alive.
He's essentially dead in the sense of he can't do anything. He has to sit there in that chair holding the timelines together.
Nah.
You don't know. You haven't even seen Loki season 2. But does that not sound like a goodbye?
Yeah.
To say thank you and then being like, it's been a great ride. I'll see you Doomsday. It's like, no, brah. Who are you trying to trick here?
He ain't dying. Crazy.
Come on. We have people who are just as strong as him. And he can Sentry just came out.
Well, I guess, but he's like, no, I can't do it because I'll Hulk out.
Yeah, he'll go void.
Yeah, so he's there, but he's not there. Unless Yelena's about to get murked, then he's gonna be like the void.
You also have like all the Eternals. They're just as good.
Yeah, well, half of the Eternals.
Yeah, you can't say Icarus because Icarus isn't part of it anymore. But I'm just saying, like,
Gilgamesh isn't.
The way he said that, and this was like 2 days ago, he posted that, and it's like, come on, like, who are you trying to trick? He is dying.
No.
Do you not think Thor is dying?
I don't think Thor is dying. You're crazy. You crazy.
It's just like, what? I mean, if he dies, he goes to the Valhalla and he gets to be with Jane, forever. He might see Loki and be like, because Tom Hiddleston's gonna be in Doomsday because he's one of the chairs, which I think is crazy. But it's like, is that something that he will see in his last days, and then be gone? Like, I don't know.
That's why Thor's gonna be crying.
Oh yeah, because they're holding Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be holding Loki again.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, one last time he could be holding Loki. I don't know. Like, there's so many things that could be.
I just still think that that's a scene from Dark World when he's holding Loki when he died.
I mean, you could be wrong. I haven't seen Dark World. I've only seen it once.
I've seen it twice.
So it's like, I saw it once. I was like, this is not good.
It's not.
I know it's not. But, so, I mean, in my mind, so you don't see it that way?
No.
You just see it as like him being thankful for Thor?
Yeah. As in, like, this is his last role, and then he'll put the character to rest. It's like Chris Pratt.
Oh, so you think he is going to put the character to rest?
Yeah, not dead, though.
So you think Chris Hemsworth Thor is done?
Yes. So
his is going to be done dead?
No, not dead.
So what do you in your opinion, what is your theory that's going to happen to Thor?
Something's going to happen, and he's like, well, this is it, guys. I'm retired. Bonk.
Okay,
and he goes off to live somewhere in peace.
And then?
And that's it. He lives his days.
So you think like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 where everyone like retires?
Yeah.
And then he's just one of them?
Yeah.
But he can't not let things happen like in the world and just sit by.
I mean, he can.
No.
If he finds a predecessor.
You think like he sits on the throne of Asgard and then like...
I mean, no,
remember Asgard is of the people. Remember?
No.
What do you mean you don't remember?
Where was that?
Love and Thunder. Or for first it was in Ragnarok. And then after Infinity War, he kills everybody. But then...
He doesn't kill everybody.
Okay, technically not. But Thanos blows up the ship that has everybody from Asgard on it.
But you're saying that Thor was the one that did it.
It's Thanos.
I know, but you're like, Thor got them all killed. Or he killed them all.
Well, technically Loki got them all killed because Loki tried to trick him and then it didn't work. And then he went kablooey.
But he went...
Yeah. And then you had Valkyrie have her like little sanctuary in Love and Thunder, which was essentially New Asgard.
New Asgard, yeah.
Yeah, so Asgard's still around. He can sit on the throne. He's the king. But he's not going to sit by and not fight.
Nah, he won't.
Yeah, he will.
He's like, royalty.
No way.
He's going to go
I think you're so wrong.
You're crazy.
You're so wrong.
No, you're wrong.
Thor is going to die.
No, he's not.
Thor's going to die.
No, if anyone's going to die, it's going to be Dr. Doom.
Okay.
Because they don't need him in Secret Wars.
Have you heard that this is going to be like a weird adoption story for Tony?
What do you mean?
That like his original name was Victor Von Doom, and that when he gets adopted, his name then changes to Tony Stark.
What?
Yeah, it's a weird theory going around of like because it is Robert Downey,
yeah,
and people think it is still Tony, but it's Victor Von Doom.
Well, there is that comic that they switch brains.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, or there's so many like different theories about what's gonna happen in Doomsday and how it's gonna happen. I still don't know what it is. We still need to. We need to wait for Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
That needs to come out, and then we'll see what happens. We might see Tony. We might see Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, he could also not be playing Doom as Tony. Like, he's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
eccentric. He could be doing a different take. But we'll see once.
We'll
If there's a scene of him in
Fantastic
almost
Four.
like Doom in Fantastic Four, then we'll finally see like how he's gonna be
Mhm.
portraying him. But it is then till then, and he could just change it up by then.
I know.
So,
And
because then
then
he's like,
with-
"Oh, y'all had a Tony Stark look like me. I can pose as him." And then Peter's like, "Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark," and
Yeah,
then
he
he's like
could, and
stabs
then-
him and he kills
and
him.
then and then
And then
he's
he
going
kills him.
around. Yeah,
And then he gets on a trilogy.
I have no idea what's gonna happen.
I'm excited.
There's
though.
such a small amount of time for a story to be like created. It's insane.
Yeah, from here to next year.
Yeah, to the end of next year.
And then to not have anything in between.
I know.
Well, no, Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, Spider-Man comes out before, but we don't even know if I mean,
That is true.
I take it.
We will.
I took it as Spider-Man no longer is a part of it. He is kind of his own thing now.
He's always a part of it.
But with it being Tom Holland, and if it's in association with Marvel, he will be a part.
I hope that whenever that movie, they at least mention the Void. But
It's like
again,
he has to. That Void was such a big deal.
It was literally there, like that quarter of
It was
the
like
island,
down the street from Spider-Man.
City. Jeez.
And like the next season for Born Again needs to mention the Void.
Mhm.
Like, come on, like what is?
Because at least with the Daredevil, the Netflix one, they mentioned Avengers because they mentioned the Hulk, I think.
And then Brave New World mentioned, the I think what are the big things called? Celestials, which came from Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
Like they mentioned it.
Yeah.
It mentions New York. It mentions what happened in Age of Ultron, wherever that city was from. Do you remember? What it's called?
Not the name, but
okay, that they mentioned that.
Mhm.
They mentioned all these things. Like things need to be mentioned for
for it to be
Thunderbolts.
like cool, it happened, so it's part of that world. Like
Yeah.
Eternals, like I think that's what you were
Yeah.
saying. That we're talking about the snap and everything, so it's like, okay, so they were there, they just didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm. So, but it's like, what's everyone been doing? Like, come on now. You have this crazy person century, took out thousands, not a million people,
Mm-hmm.
and yet just stand by. Or maybe he didn't know, and maybe he got shadowed.
Yeah.
That we know of.
Mhm.
Maybe Spider-Man was reliving his Uncle Ben, or I guess Aunt May. And then maybe Daredevil was also caught off guard. Boom, shadowed, and
Could be,
know.
yeah.
I guess that's the only thing I could think
Like
of.
that would be a cool way for them to open. It's like, oh, boom. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think they would.
Yeah.
I doubt that's a completely like, oh, well, what if? That'd be
The
dope.
moment buildings are being destroyed is when Spider-Man would jump into action.
Yeah. I've always never liked, because obviously in the comics it's
Mm.
like if the hero is around, it's like, hey, you need some help.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but
Or take X-Men 97.
mm,
When Rogue was going crazy, who came in?
the X-Men,
No. Remember when Rogue was going crazy on that army base?
who showed up?
Captain America.
Did he? I
Yeah.
don't remember.
He threw the shield at her. You don't remember that?
I don't.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
But yes, if I remember correctly, I think it's Captain America shows up to stop and talk her down because she was going crazy. That's one of those things of the hero was around.
Mm-hmm.
It just we heard Rogue's going crazy, so we need protection.
She was going rogue.
But
yeah, stuff like that. It's like obviously someone was saying they're like, oh, it's not my movie, not my problem.
That is such a dumb way to think, especially with big things happening in the world of
It's the whole what Spider-Man was fighting Vulture.
You're not just Vulture, but
Or
No Way
Mysterio.
Home.
Yeah, Mysterio destroying half the city,
Yeah.
wherever they were at, and no one could have gone.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Iron Man, but he was dead already.
Yeah, he was.
But it's like Falcon could have showed up.
Just everyone. I mean, I
Someone that
like
has,
how
like,
I
a
also
fly-
said Iron Man. He was
like-
already dead.
Like flying abilities.
Yes, like Falcon.
Falcon. But
Falcon.
I was talking more superhero. Because he's a hero, not a superhero. Because he doesn't have powers.
Okay, I mean, send in Where is everybody? What's Ant-Man? Ant-Man's Quantumania.
Hulk is over there
Hulk
being
is out
smart.
doing his thing with She-Hulk. Miss
There's not a lot
Marvel.
of supers.
Not anymore.
Not that they're wanting to do anything.
Yeah, that's right. Not my movie, not my problem. Not my
Exactly.
show, not my problem.
Exactly.
But-
So I was like, interesting take. But
Yeah,
I mean, you're right.
it's not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
But like
so
in the
it's interesting.
comics, it's just like you said, it's if they're around, they're like, hey, something, or they're hanging out. Like there was a Spider-Man comic, and he was like hanging out with Captain America playing pool.
Mhm.
It's like dope.
I love those downtimes. I feel like
Mhm.
the only downtime we really got was the last one I can remember was with the hammer.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the hammer when they were just having fun. That was such a good like moment
Mhm.
for everyone, and then to be ripped apart or
Yep.
to be ripped away from everybody. Just,
Such a good movie.
and just to, like also, I watched the scene at least 3 times. At least once every 3 months is when Cap like
Lives it.
the little, and then Thor's like look, it cracks me up every time.
He's like,
So it's just great. But did you have any other movie topics to go into?
no, I didn't have any.
No. Okay. What video games one you got?
So the first one is there's been 3 voice actors confirming that they won't be returning for Persona 4 remake, which kind of confirms that they're making a Persona 4 remake.
Ah.
So the 3 voice actors was Yuri Lowenthal, who voices
plays?
Spider-Man,
Who did?
who did Yosuke.
Who is?
What do you mean?
Which persona is that? Who is he?
Yosuke, he's the first person you meet
Okay.
and go into the TV world.
Okay.
The second voice actress was Erin Fitzgerald, who voices Chie, who also voices Junko Enoshima in Danganronpa. And then the third voice actor actually was recent. They voice Yukiko. Her name's Amanda Wen Lee, who voices Yukiko. Same thing, won't be returning for a remake.
Now, you've played 4.
Yes.
Is your favorite one?
Yes.
Are these characters pinnacle?
Yeah, because they're your social circle.
Okay, I'm just saying.
They're your friends.
I'm asking questions. I don't really know a lot of Persona. So these are pinnacle characters.
Yes.
How does it make you feel that these people won't be back? And how does it make you feel that we're getting a PS4 Persona 4 remake?
I'm excited.
Okay.
But so someone mentioned and noticed it because I didn't really put 2 and 2 together.
Mm.
But the way that Yuri Lowenthal was the first one that made an announcement saying, "Hey, I didn't get asked by Atlas to voice the character
Reprise,
again."
yeah.
And then the next person that did it was Aaron Fitzchie.
Mhm.
Same thing. I was like, I wasn't asked. And now the third person was Yukiko, the voice actress. Each of those announcements came in order as when you meet them in the game.
Mhm.
So it's like they're saying this, but it's like, or maybe this is just a marketing ploy. Because you meet Yosuke first, and then after Yosuke you meet Chie, and after Chie you meet Yukiko. And then they're like, so now we gotta wait if Matt Mercer says same thing, and then it's like, oh.
Oh, is he next on the list?
Yeah, he's the next one that you meet. Who's
Oh.
man, I forgot his name already.
It's okay, you didn't write it down.
Yeah.
I believe me. But it's Matt Mercer. But like, I get it. These actors now are way more popular than they were then, so it's a lot more money to do it. But honestly, that's a pretty good publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Because the game itself hasn't even been announced.
No, it hasn't been officially announced. It's been rumored. And even people were saying that it may not be called Persona 4 Remake. The R stands for remake.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Persona 3.
Reload.
It's Reload.
Yeah.
So it might be something along those lines.
Yeah.
Or to fit the aesthetic
of Golden or
the
whatever.
theme or whatever.
Yeah,
because 3 obviously Reload because they do use a gun.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it could be. But they're like, it'd be a very interesting marketing to do where they're like, no, we're not doing it.
Because their verbiage is very interesting is that they haven't been asked yet.
Mm-hmm. And
that doesn't mean that they haven't not been asked.
Mm-hmm. And the way Yuri Lowenthal had was like, oh, I haven't been asked. It's like, I would beg and whatever to do the role again. But they're like, it'd be real funny if it is a marketing ploy. If not, then it's like, I mean, I'm all up for new people.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope they do a good job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't be that same flair, though.
Yeah.
So, as much as you're saying you'll be okay with it, I know you would really just want the same thing.
Yeah.
And they've done it the same with Reload, right? It was the same people that you know of?
think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh,
Because I don't know if.
that'd be interesting to look into for
Yeah,
sure.
I was going to, and I forgot because I'm like, because Alex
uh,
Sung Jin Woo, he voices one of the characters in 3
Hmm.
now, Reload. But I'm like, I don't know if he did one way back then.
which I doubt it because
Yeah.
that way back then would have been way back then.
Yeah, it's like 2000,
Yeah,
mid
so
2000 or something.
I don't know,
Mhm.
but that's interesting that these characters are coming back. Big names, big characters.
Mhm.
So, and also technically it is still rumored. It just
Mhm.
kind of loosely confirms that it's in the works.
In the works, yeah.
So, and it's all interesting. Well,
Mhm.
pretty cool to see what's going to come after this.
So the next thing I got, Claire Obscure
Expedition
Expedition
33.
33 publisher said that fans won't be able to guess the budget for the game, that they'll never figure out the budget.
Hmm.
But he can't say for sure. Mirror's Edge and Vanquish cost more to make.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy because their budget was like small ish. Because I knew it was still in the millions, but like still.
Yeah. Not to mention Mirror's Edge was like one of the early PS3 games too.
Because also you have to think about the team. The team wasn't
Mhm.
even that big either. You
Well,
know.
For Expedition?
Expedition.
Oh, yeah.
Expedition. Yeah. Because it
Expedition,
was
yeah,
like
for sure.
the main guy and then like a few hires here and there that were passionate,
Mhm.
you know. And then like that's pretty much it. Like it was a small team in France, studio in France, and then like boom, bada bing, Expedition 33. Inspirations here and there.
Mhm.
Music, blah, blah, blah. It's like I'm impressed. I don't even know of a number to add to it.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, yeah, people can say, but I'm not going to. He's like, I'm not going to disclose the amount, but for sure those games cost more to make than ours did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, damn. Also, I told you that it recently sold 33.
Oh,
Or
it
three.
has to be
Oh,
way
it
more.
was 3.3 something copies in 33 days, which is funny because like Expedition 33 sold 3.3, I think 3.3 million copies in 33 days. So that's funny.
That's funny. But I mean, that's awesome for them. I'm loving the love for Expedition 33 because I remember originally we thought Oblivion was gonna wipe Expedition.
Mm-hmm. But
You know,
right now, or
but
even
it's
just,
one and the same. Where I'm seeing both. I'm seeing
I'm
and
actually
loving
not seeing a
both.
lot of Oblivion.
You haven't seen it? It's
I've
been on
seen
my feed.
more. I've been seeing more of Obscure.
Yeah, but that's because you've been listening to the soundtrack like nonstop. So it's in your feed. Google's listening to you, and it's putting feed into your FYP. So I love that people are acknowledging Expedition 33.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so good job on them. Good job, and I can't wait for whatever next thing comes to play.
Yeah,
you know, but I know some games can be too expensive. So I don't know if you heard, but the Black Panther game
yeah. I heard that it got canceled.
Yep, because they shut down Cliffhanger Studios or Cliffhanger Games. So
Did you also hear that they were going to be using some type of Nemesis system on there?
Yeah, because the person who was the lead of the game
Mm-hmm.
was the one who did Shadow Mordor and
Oh, was he?
yeah,
I
Shadow
thought they
Mordor.
were like strictly that no other game was going to be able to use it.
I mean, if he's on the head of it, I mean, he probably was the one to coin it. So
I don't know. That's still a lawsuit.
I don't know. I mean, maybe he talked to him. Maybe he knows of people.
But did you see the whole Nemesis system was going to be like leading up to be able to fight the scroll?
What do you mean the scroll?
Like the way that they were going to be having the Nemesis system set up
For
was
Black Panther?
essentially for Black Panther.
Oh, okay. To fight a scroll?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That
and
would be interesting.
I was like, don't tell me more, because now that it's canceled, it's like we won't be able to experience it. That sucks.
It really does suck. I mean, Black Panther is just one of those like grounded yet not grounded characters. Definitely vast amount of people you can interact with and land you can interact with. It would have just been an interesting way, a character to finally see on the screen. You know, we've had plenty of Spider-Man games. We have plenty of X-Men games. We have plenty of
and I feel like they could honestly just like take notes from like Arkham, honestly, because Batman's not a superpowered hero.
Oh.
They're essentially almost the same. The only difference is I think Black Panther is just his suit is more better than Batman's. I think minus the gadgets and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we're getting a Wolverine game later.
Maybe.
But again, it's an X-Men thing. You know,
Yeah.
X-Men. Side. So it's like, and we've seen X-Men like kind of in there. The last Black Panther thing I can remember was I guess Avengers was the last Black Panther.
Yeah, that little story
thing.
Like,
Yeah, and then before that, I think of Ultimate Alliance.
3 or 2.
I think it's 2.
Two.
It's
I mean,
2.
they had a 3, but
yeah. I haven't played it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, there's not a lot of characters that kind of get their own solo game.
Yeah, there's not. And it's funny because some of the characters now, I think, like Black Panther, um, they might not have been as popular back then when like games like Spider-Man, X-Men, like Destinies and stuff like that. They're all focused on those. Heck, even Marvel vs. Capcom,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't have Black Panther on there because it's not one of those popular characters. It might be popular like people reading the comics, but not another medium.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also was like, well, maybe we can't get the right audience or like target whatever it is. But,
Yeah.
But now it's like these characters have had the character Black Panther himself has had movies. People love him,
Mm-hmm.
love the actor. Like there's something for you to work on there, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are upset about it. I'm upset that
It's
I didn't even
canceled.
know
Yeah,
about
I
it.
know.
So now I'm upset.
But we might still be getting that Captain America, Black Panther, like older.
Yeah, that one's still there,
but still, this version with the Nemesis system, we haven't seen the Nemesis system since Shadow or
freaking
War,
Shadow, yeah.
Mordor. So it's like could have been, but now we have to wait again to see if this Nemesis system ever comes to again fruition.
Right.
Did you have another other?
Yeah, the last thing. Apparently Target has shown pictures of their Switch 2s out on the floor. I almost said dance floor.
We'll get to that. I got a
Okay.
few more topics, and then we'll get to the Switch 2 stuff.
Well,
I've been
call
seeing-
me a duck.
I've been seeing some stuff too. Okay, so another video game that's in pre-production, we know it's gonna be worked on, is CD Projekt Red. It's talked about Cyberpunk 2 is in pre-production.
It's gonna be in Chicago.
Yes.
Chicago.
Yeah. So yeah, things like that. I mean, now the game it's now we're going from Cyberpunk 2, most likely a new character. Maybe Keanu Reeves comes back. I don't know.
No.
You don't care. You don't care for Cyberpunk 2?
No, I mean like the character.
Oh, okay.
That's like it wouldn't make sense.
No, it wouldn't.
But I mean, I do want to play Cyberpunk.
And then you do have Edge Runners, so like that's maybe something you can like. Because I know Edge Runners did have something for the first one.
No.
Was it opposite then?
So the game obviously came out first.
I thought Edge Runner. I thought they had like a collaboration with Edge Runners. The first.
No. So there's stuff in the city.
Okay.
Like obviously where certain characters,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously you fight one of the main villains from the show, and I think later on they did an update. I think they added some of the jacket or something for
Edge Runners.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah, and then just bigger city, bigger things. I just hope it's a better day one release. Yeah, better launch than that first one. Because that first one was rough. Months, I think a year.
The fact that the fact that the game got pulled from stores, virtual and actually I don't know about physical.
No, it was physically.
But they were CD Projekt Red were like refunds.
Yeah,
but it's like y'all delayed this game so much because it wasn't ready, and just because people were like crying about it, it's like here you go. And then they cried about it more, and I was like, see, this is why if it's something's delayed, I'd rather
keep delaying until you're
delaying it. Fingers crossed it doesn't. They're just gonna scrap it at that point. But I'd rather have them delay it to the point where it's like, okay, everything's good to go. If anything, day one patch for some minor inconvenience like bugs or issues. But for the game to just not work at all, whether it was console or PC, like y'all done goofed.
Yeah, but I mean, to it, we had again, just like the other one. It's like just like Attack on Titan. Cyberpunk has had its own adventure of like moments like that. Like it's had ups, downs, and now it's completely up. Because I mean, my best friend, it's one of his favorite games, RPGs of all time. Because of the style, the characters, like all these things that you could do in this RPG, it's just like no other. Because there is not another one like it.
Yep.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. But so I'm excited to see what they end up creating. I just hope it blows GTA 6 out the water because I'm done with it. Another thing I thought was interesting. So now to get into the Nintendo thing, but Pokemon Legends ZA, whatever, comes out on October 16th. Awesome, great. I love Pokemon Legends. So did you, Arceus. We liked it. So an updated version, futuristic. Maybe it'll be the same. I'm probably gonna get it. What?
Go on.
Probably be the same in that you can borrow it when I have it. So it's like boom, bada bing. It's a virtual game card. So figure out how that works.
Right.
I mean, I know how it works.
It's just
But one thing I saw on the tweet for it, which I thought was interesting, is that both the physical and digital will offer a Switch 2 edition, which because it's a Nintendo Switch game, it's
Yep.
going to have a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, just like how games have PS4 versions and PS5 versions.
Yep.
Yes, most of the time PS5 versions are free.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, or it's only a $10
$10, yeah.
to get the
because
PS5
the game
edition.
itself is $59.99, $69, just $10
Average game, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously this one is same thing via upgrade pack with improved graphics and frame rate.
Yeah, I saw something saying that some games that have that feature will improve the graphics and stuff for it.
But they've never set a price for any of that. So now I'm wondering, is it just going to be $10, or is it going to be like 20 to 30 with its difference in price between a Switch game to a Switch 2 game, where now these upper games have been like $80, where Switch 2 games are still $60.
Switch 2 games?
Switch games are $60. Switch 2 games are $80. That one game that we know is $80. The
Yeah.
other ones are kind of
Who
price.
knows?
So it's like, are we going from 60 to 70 or 60 to 80?
It'd be like $60 for that. Oh, you want Switch 2? There's an $80 plus to that.
That would be crazy.
And Nintendo might sounds.
I know. This whole upgrade pack thing, I see it, and I'm just like, you're not gonna do the same like PlayStation. You're not gonna be like, oh, for the first few times, here's a free copy.
Not especially for first party games. Maybe for like third party games.
Yeah,
that's like
yeah.
on multiple consoles, most of it.
Like Ubisoft, Running Raven Rabbits, things
Or
like that.
hell, even some indie games.
Yeah.
Like small ones that are just generically $39. So it's like, okay, here's like a $10.
Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah, $10 would be the best option because even then,
Yeah,
like
'cause that's how it is now.
PlayStation,
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, I wouldn't mind paying $10, but sometimes like I want the PS5 version.
Yeah.
But hopefully it does that. But knowing Nintendo, they'll probably be
It's
like
soon too, because June 5th, it's coming.
yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that was that quick.
Coming.
Like that little thing I was mentioning.
Yeah.
So the article was like, oh, release date, and I'm like, when? And it's like June 5th. It's like,
and the reason
that's literally a few days.
Seeing Target have them on the floors,
locked in a cage.
People are also receiving their pre-orders.
Yeah.
People have get like hands-on. It's not confirmed like by like trusted sources, but Wario64, who we follow on social media, he said that he's had people tell him that they have received it. They can't post pictures, and he said that the thing is essentially not usable. Like you could power it on, you can do whatever, but it's like you need to connect to the internet. Obviously, you need a day one patch for it to do. So everyone has just a brick at the moment until June 5th. A day one patch. I've heard you get a code from Nintendo if you pre-ordered it, and it will let you use it. I have no idea how it works, but this is insane. It reminds me of when I bought Smash Brothers. I don't know if you remember that. It was way back when Super Smash Brothers Ultimate came out for the Switch. People, I think you and I think our other friends were saying like, "Oh, there's a special edition version."
Yep.
So I went to Best Buy. I got it. Surprisingly, I got it, and I was so excited to go into Super Smash Brothers early. Couldn't do it. I got the digital code for it, but when I put it in, I had to wait for the day release for it. But I was like, "How was I able to buy a Smash Brothers limited edition version?" And it has the game, but yet I can't play it until literally I think it was 2 or 3 months after.
It's the pre-order. It's like when you pre-order.
But like still, it's like this is literally the same thing. Here's your pre-order. You can't play it until then. It's like you're just teasing me at this point. You're just like carrot in front of my face of just like, here it is. You can't play it yet until release date. So it's just like this is literally the same thing, but a whole system. Like receiving a whole system prior to its date, and you can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Sits in a corner until June 5th. But how are you feeling about the release of the Switch 2? Like, what are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen? Predictions here and there? Do you think it's going to do well, not do well?
I hope it doesn't do well, but that's just me because of the pricing craziness. But there's going to be a whole line of people there.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously people pre-orders already got it, so.
Yeah.
Their sales are going to be like, and they're like, awesome. $100 games. And everyone's going to be like, yeah.
And it's, like people who don't know, who aren't informed about stuff. It's why we made this podcast, to inform people, is that these games are going to be expensive. Yep. And the commoner common people, common people won't know
You mean the
that
normies?
that won't know that this is a thing.
Yeah.
That game prices have shot up. They're gonna buy a $500 console
Yeah.
because that's how much they are now,
Yeah.
roughly.
Mhm.
And they're gonna see the game and be like, "Yo, this game was $80."
Also, well, some of them don't even have the cartridge. Right?
No, they're gonna be
They're
game
gonna
car-
open.
They're gonna be
gonna
virtual
open.
game cards, which is game card. It's gonna be every case. I've seen so many physical cases for these games,
So
and in my mind, I'm like, none of these are physical games. They're all, or they're gonna have a cartridge that's literally nothing on it but a code that when you put it in, then it downloads the entirety of the game.
So does it, how was I was gonna say? So if someone buys a game, how do they get rid of it?
What do you mean?
Like, say they bought Mario Kart and said, "I'm gonna trade it in."
I don't know. I don't know if you putting in that in your
Mhm.
Switch gives that person the like authority or license to play it,
Mhm.
and then like you take it out, I put it in your Switch, but I need my account. It could ruin that whole method of trading in. I don't know.
For Nintendo.
We're really about to find out.
Yep.
We're really
In a
about to
few
find out what
days.
this whole new generation of Nintendo is going to be like. And it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's going to happen. In my mind, I think it's going to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be really bad. I think only influencers are going to get it and talk it up. And then normies, like you called them, are not going to be happy. And where I hope that Nintendo realizes their issues and start fixing things. But honestly, they're probably not, because Nintendo's always been like that. But yeah, so June 5th, Switch 2. Did you get it? Are you getting it? Let us know. Inform us about what's happening with your Switch, with games and things like that. Because I've already have to. Did you know I already deal with virtual game cards on my Switch?
No.
Yeah. So all my digital versions of my games technically have a cartridge, like a virtual cartridge,
Mhm.
and my games can only be played on one system at a time.
That's dumb.
So I can't game share anymore. So on my account, I can play all of my games like usual. But if I want to play a version on my Switch and then my wife wants to play a version of my same game that I own, we can't play it on the same one. Because it's essentially like having a game cartridge for all my games. So it's like the thing that we do on PlayStation, we can't do.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Like I said, this whole next generation of Nintendo, I can't wait to see what comes up with it. But that is the end of our episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your love and support. If you made it this far, you are a true nerd. Thank you so much. And if you want to continue to follow us on our social medias, that's all in the bio and it's all in the description. And we'll catch you on the next one. Latest.
See ya.